looking high above in the meandyourmom.com blip cam. The Little Creek 110 about to pop off here at Watkins Glen for the ISRL, powered by TH Designs, again sponsored by Little Creek 860, a.k.a. Rob Rossello. Big shout out. Again, high above in the sky, getting ready for the pain that is playoff race number 2, points and stats, coming up next. All right, everyone. Hopefully you're strapped in. Again, race 2 of the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and people who accidentally click the stream. Welcome to the Independent Sim Racing League, powered by TH Designs, where dreams are fragile, break zones are optional, and your playoff hopes can disappear faster than a driver saying, "I thought I cleared him." Tonight is race 12 of 15, live from the twisting, turning, soul-stealing roller coaster known as Watkins Glen for the Little Creek 110, sponsored by Rob Rossello, a.k.a. Little Creek 860 on Twitch. And before you ask, yes, go follow him, because if you don't, he will outbreak you in turn 1 out of pure spite. Now we're in race 2 of 5 of the playoffs. Again, playoff mode engaged yet again, which means the honeymoon is over. Race 1 shook the tree. Race 2 is where people start falling out of it screaming. No drafting help here. No, we'll work together. Just right turns, left turns, elevation changes, and raw panic. Now let's take a look at the points. Of course, it doesn't look right. We'll fix it. Yeah. Oh, nice. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it, make it look all pretty so y'all can see it. There we go. All right. Doesn't look great, but we're there. It's there. All right. So at the top, Matthew Fleming is still running this thing like a CEO who just got a bonus. 5 wins, 8 top 5s, and looking annoyingly comfortable. Behind him, Thomas Meeks is hanging on, down 32, still winless, still dangerous. The quiet guy in the room who might snap if you touch his fender. Mitten Hang jumps up to 3rd and is absolutely vibing right now while Mike DeWalt slips back and suddenly remembers what pressure feels like. And then behind you, it's all chaos. Jonathan Militia, Josh Cole, Henry Kalhoff, all moving up, all smelling blood, all really realizing Watkins Glen doesn't care about your oval stats. Meanwhile, Nathan Fuller, Jeremy Eshelman, Brad Gutierrez, they're sliding the wrong way, and this is the part of the playoffs where your crew chief stops saying points race and starts saying, fuck man, send it. And Nathaniel Fryman down 101, staring at the math like, so you're saying there's a chance. Now with Watkins Glen, there's a warning label. This track doesn't forgive, it doesn't forget, and it absolutely will humiliate you on replay. Miss a braking zone, congratulations, you're now part of the broadcast package. Road racing in the playoffs is like cooking under pressure. Too aggressive and it's burned, too cautious and someone else eats your lunch. And I am Horseboat. I am stupidly excited to be on the call here tonight. This is the kind of race where my voice cracks, my notes become useless, and I start describing wrecks like a true crime podcast. I love Watkins Glen because every lap feels like a question, and most of the answers are wrong. And before I forget, you are watching live here on Twitch, on TikTok, and on YouTube. Everywhere. Follow, like, and subscribe, or I will assume you think a bus stop is just a suggestion. Now, again, this is Watkins Glen. This is playoff racing, and by the end of tonight, someone's championship run is going to look real healthy, and someone else is going to say, I just don't understand how that happened. Again, I'm happy to be along board with you. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening. Again, thank you. And I haven't given a shout-out in quite some time to recent followers. We got Lone Next Door, Big Chunkus 21, Warp Lotus. Thank you for the recent followers. We're 9 away from 700 on Twitch. And that is pretty fucking cool. And before we get into qualifying, which we'll only get to a driver or two, Aeroplane says, Eshelman for the win. Give us that pre-race Eshelman interview. We will do an interview here in a little bit. You don't have to spend points for that. But we are just about set and ready to rumble here at Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen tonight, you're getting 45 laps. From what I have been told, it's about 20 laps on fuel. Tires may not be the most important, but if they're cold, they're loose as shit. And we're going to go check out here in just a moment. I got a lot of shit last week for being off on my fuel prediction. I'm like, well, dude, come on, man. I'm not out there. I'm not out there. All right, let's go to the man who is on a mission for the top position, Jonathan Militia. And you'll notice, again, I'll point it out probably further along as we go in the show. But you got the Greg Biffle font on a lot of these cars. Get on lap 16, we will be doing a tribute for the rest of the way here. On lap 16, we'll be doing a tribute, which we will do a full lap of silence. I was late last week to it, and again, change is hard, I guess. But we will do it. All for the Biff. Right now, we're looking at Jonathan Militia breaking all the rules, giving us the first laps around Watkins Glen. Now, I'll tell you, ooh, he gets a little out there. iRacing charges you for that like it's murder. These drivers have to get out there right away. You only have 5 minutes, and maybe they upped it to 10. So I see a couple guys not out there yet. Maybe they're just going to go in the back. But you see everybody immediately hit the track right away. We'll try to get you another driver after Militia finishes his first lap. Aeroplane 9001 says, my sources tell me one stop is possible if you save like a madman. Well, that's what happened last week with Matthew Fleming. Just, again, one of the masters. Yes, Crush, be like Biff. Last week, Matthew Fleming proved that true. And he did a great job. Again, that's why he's won the most here in the league so far. Swag says, best of luck out there, boys. Hell yeah. Thanks for checking in on us, making sure we're doing our job. Nathan Fuller right now, your leader with a 110.22. Always a fast guy here. He is really sending it. Again, Fuller got a little frustrated last week. I didn't have it on the broadcast. But him and Brad Gutierrez, a little bit of extracurriculars. And I won't get in too much because I don't know too much. But it definitely adds to the spiciness. But I don't see, who I don't see here is Brad Gutierrez. And I do believe, I don't think he'll be here tonight. But Nathan Fuller was on the pole. No mas. Jeremy Eshelman on the pole. With a 110.12, looks like. See if we can get these times going across your screen. Connor Rowe gonna have to serve a penalty. Yeah, let's do that before I forget. Let's talk about it. Penalty report from Michigan. Again, Brad Gutierrez gets an EOL. Nicholas Van Heemert, Michael James, Daniel Pinkston, and Connor Rowe. Connor Rowe getting a pass-through for this race. So he's going to have to serve that whether he sits on the pole or not. As it is about party time. Let's see if we can find somebody else here. There we go. We got Ryan Roberts, who got caught up in that ridiculous wreck last week. And there was a hilarious video, and I didn't have time getting into the booth tonight to download it. But Travis Stroney made an epic video. And I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to put it out there. But it was funny. Yeah, Militia, I got the Discord message, dog. No more track limits out of one. Thank you. Thank you for the update. That is so amazing.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Ryan Robertson coming around. Let's see what he's got in the old tank. And it looks like they're going to have 10 minutes for qualifying, so that's good. Follow this young cat around here for a minute. Watch him go up that hill. This is where cold tires could get you in the carousel. I love that he has toilet paper as a sponsor. I can appreciate that. Bush's Baked Beans. And I've been to Bush's Baked Beans. Let me tell you, man. That is a wild place. They have like a mini bean town in their little area in their gift shop. It's weird. Cool, but weird. Ryan with the 1:11.96, good enough for 16th. Matches his car number. Min Hang, your pole sitter right now with a 1:09.42. Connor Rowe, Jeremy Eshelman, Fortson Poston, Nathan Fuller, William Robbins, Dustin Wells, Jonathan Militia, Nathaniel Fryman, and Henry Kalhoff. Your top 10 right now. You've done a great job. Oh, he bangs the wall coming out of the turn. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to count for him. But there you have it. And that is how the cookie crumbles. Let's go to Jason. Looks like he's done, Jason Chrisman. Well, I guess we're going to this sweet camera here as we get ready for Little Creek 110. Again, 45 laps. And it's about to get buck wild. Again, you have a total of 4 tire sets. 1 you got on, 3 over the wall, and a fast repair. Now, a thing to note for tonight's race. The initial start is on the green flag and green lights. And the likeliness of iRacing throwing yellows are unlikely. So we might have a smooth race unless you have a parking lot, as Kyle Munson likes to say, my boy Kyle Munson. It should be a pretty relatively good evening. Got Smokey in the chat tonight. Smoke, are you not racing? Smokey is not racing. That is a bummer. That is a bummer.
And it's gone.
All right, who's ready for a grid walk? Because I certainly am. See if people are down here already. Of course not. Of course not. Why would they do that? Beats me. And it looks like they're gonna do some warming up. Couple minutes as they get set to rock and or roll. Take a moment while these boys roll. Grab a beverage and get ready. 45 laps for Little Creek 110 up next. As always, don't forget, again, you got the Little Creek 110 here tonight. You got the good old Rocky Top 160 at Nashville Superspeedway next week for race 3 of 5 of the playoffs. It's going to get even more intense than it is already here tonight. Again, a road race, not everybody's strength, but next week at Nashville, that's going to get spicy. Again, same time, same place, right here on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. As we are just about set to get underway. See how my SDK is doing right now. It's doing amazing, I heard. If there's anybody that knows of a better service than SDK, please tell me who the fuck it is, because I would love to use somebody else. No offense, it's just you pay so much for the service, and sometimes it's really shoddy. Like everything's got to have a subscription. Am I right? I know, I'm talking like some get off my lawn shit, but again, we are at Watkins Glen. Things are going to get wild here tonight. But got this great and wonderful scenery here for the drone. There we go. I like that. I like that. That's all right. Can handle that. But here we go for the grid walk for the Little Creek 110. Again, 45 laps here. 4 tire sets in total. 1 fast repair. And you have familiar faces on the front row. Again, before we get into it, I will bring up the penalties one more time. With Brad Gutierrez getting an EOL, Nicholas Van Hemert, EOL, Michael James, EOL, Daniel Pinkston, EOL, and then Connor Rowe getting a pass-through. I only see maybe one of these drivers in here tonight. But it is about to go down. We are just about set to get underway. And it's always one driver that doesn't want to grid up, and he's right in the front. Thanks, Smoke. I appreciate the research. If you know it, be great. But here we go. On the front row here tonight, and on the pole from San Antonio, the 11 of Min Hang. What is going on? Outside of him is going to be the 9 of Connor Rowe. Again, serving an EOL. Row 2, you have the 3 of Jeremy Eshelman. Outside of him is going to be the 26 of Fortson Poston in that Ford Mustang. Row 3, you have the 13 of Nathan Fuller. And the 28 of William Robbins. In row 4, you have the 97 of Dustin Wells and the 69 of Jonathan Militia. In row 5, you have the 27 of Nathaniel Fryman and the 63 of Henry Kalhoff. In row 6, you have the 37 of Andrew Sanford and the 55 of Thomas Meeks. In row 7, you have the 8 of Matthew Fleming and the deuce of Cody Keller. In row 8, you have the 18 of Jason Chrisman and the 16 of Ryan Robertson. In row 9, you have the 10 of Nick Tarana and the 448 of Tristan Acevedo. Not pictured, the 25 of Skylar Comstock in row 10, and on the outside of him is going to be the 99 of Steven Jr. And in the caboose in the ESPN Fantasy Toyota Camry, the 43 of Josh Cole. As they get ready to go, green flag racing. It is an honor and privilege to be a part of the inaugural season of the ISRL powered by TH Designs. It has been one hell of a ride, and I don't think I could be more proud of how this season has gone. They're going to have a spring series. I'll see if I can get an advertisement for you for that. Handing off the reins to another channel. Looks like they're going to do it justice and do just fine. Maybe a little bit more professional than I do it. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'll be tuning in. As we get set for the pace car. Get a nice Porsche taking us down through Watkins Glen. Again, Connor Rowe going to have to serve a pass-through at some point. He's going to be able to start the race. I thought he got an EOL, but I was wrong. I misread that. So that 9 car is going to have to serve it at some point. I appreciate that, Smoke. As you know, I like to do the broadcasting, but be shifting over to Gears on Monday nights starting in late February for the throwback season of Gen 4. And honestly, I only have time to do one series at a time, so it sucks. But I know they'll be in good hands, and I will be back for the next fall-winter season, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've already kind of prelimed agreeing to that, and I'm very excited to be a part of it. It's been a great series. This has been a fucking awesome series. Anybody who tells you otherwise don't know what the hell they've been watching all winter long. Getting a few likes. Thank you for that over there on the TikToks. But this is playoff race number 2. You'll see on the banners of these cars, you'll see the drivers who are in the playoffs. Some of them have done it, some of them have not. But you know it's their prerogative. 45 laps, Watkins Glen. It is about to go down. Pace car is off.
Green, green, green.
And here we go for Little Creek 110. Min Hang getting out to a sizable lead. Everybody taking it well. Oh! I say that Henry Kalhoff turns the S's into a parking lot. Keeping it green and lean, but that is definitely going to piss some people off. Let's go back to that. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. Of course. Kalhoff goes around right in front. And it just gets all wild from there. Everybody seems good. Nobody else has killed each other yet. And we are 2 laps in here at Watkins Glen. Again, we will back it up when we see any action on the track, definitely. There's Forts and Poston, Jeremy Eshelman William Robbins right there. Camera is Cheeks. Riding on board with the 37 of Andrew Sanford. Must be thinking of March already. Cool car, nevertheless. Biggest mover so far has been the 43 of Josh Cole. Nose a little bent, but keeping it cool. Working his way up again. Moved 7 spots. Started last. Now up to 14th already. Another man on the move is that 55 Wheels America of Thomas Meeks, up 3 spots from where he began. And going up a little bit further, you have the 97 of Dusty Wells all over the back bumper of Jeremy Eschman. But out front right now is Min Hang and Nathan Fuller. Min Hang has about 3.5 seconds on second place right now. Done a very good job. And then we have the battle for third. Jeremy Eschman holding it down right now, but you got a lot of hungry hippos in the back. Looks like Connor Rowe did serve his pass-through, so he is good to go. Dropped him all the way back to 19th. Oh, Calhoun and Tirana just... Oh, my goodness. First you have Calhoff, then you have Tirana hitting Connor Rowe. Connor Rowe's car is screwed. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. Just came around turn 1, hard in the paint. Ass got around him. Bounced off the wall, hit the gas, and was like, oh shit, boom! Gonna run it back yet again. Just see from his perspective. Like, oh shit.
Piss in the ass! Piss coming from my ass!
So that is a bummer, and Connor Rowe is limping that shit all the way back to pit road. And that is a bummer for the 9 team. Coming back after all this time. Probably going to get a speeding penalty for that shit too. But Min Hang, his lead grows to nearly 4 seconds now on Nathan Fuller. Trying on board the 26 Sports Wilson. Hear that car wind down into turn 1 as they work up their way to turn 2 and up through the S's. Racer Dad sending a rose, thank you for that. Follow the live. Almost up to 300 over there. Would love that, but thank you. I appreciate the love. Aeroplane over on Twitch says bad pullout game.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And this is a good old battle here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Everybody kind of playing nice right now. Nobody really giving each other too much grief, but it's early. You know, we are 7 laps in of 45. Now, if I didn't mention this, they only have 60% fuel capacity. Take that for whatever it means to you. I'm being told by a couple different drivers that you can get a fuel run in about 20 laps. So essentially, you're going to have to make it a 2-stop race regardless. But I've been also told that you can make it in 1 by somebody in one of the chats here that will remain nameless. Oh, Fortson getting out of rhythm. Takes a minute in these cars to get back in rhythm once you get out of it. Let's take a look at Min Hang out here on a Tuesday night cruise. Gotta take it easy going up the hill. Min Hang, a master road course racer across the many leagues I've seen him in. You know, if he's in a road course race, he's going to be up there. Now, there may be drivers that may be better than him and might best him, but he is hard to beat on a road course. I hate being behind him. He's an asshole. Actually, I should say I hate being in front of him. He's an asshole. But in such a good competitive way, like he is all over you. Not afraid to give you the business. But again, you have Min Hang, Nathan Fuller, Jeremy Eshelman, Dustin Wells, William Robbins, Jonathan Militia, Nathaniel Fryman, Fortson Poston, Thomas Meeks, and Andrew Sanford, your top 10 currently. And relatively, you know, we've only had 2 incidents. One that was, you know, it's the beginning of the race. They made it all the way up to the bus stop, which I'm very proud of. They did a good job. They got there and then shit kind of went haywire. It could have gone so much worse, but they've actually got it going and they've done a good job here so far. And this group has separated themselves. And Fortson lost a little momentum their last lap. See if he can get that back. See Jonathan Militia right now just hanging out with Dusty and William. William Robbins has Southern Diesel Solutions car. Looking good. Looking hot. Gave me some feedback on my music, which is great. I loved it. Again, one of them. He's a one of them great all-around drivers. He can run short tracks, he can run 1.5 miles, super speedway. Road courses, he's hanging with the big boys. Some of that. Oh, Dusty Wells losing rhythm. He has fallen victim as well. That is unfortunate. 97 team has had a solid run here so far in this race. He gets back into it here. He should be good. Looks like he's getting back at her. You see Jeremy Eshelman up here. Oh, Josh Cole has crashed. Let's find out what happened to him. Oh, Tirana already locking him up. Gave Cole a little tush push. And Cole going around, and should be the end of it there. Lucky ducky. And this 3 car has had a really solid season, I would say. Doing the 3, very proud. Taking a look around, everybody has seemed to kind of spread out. And you see a battle here between, looks like the 27 of Nathaniel Fryman and the 63 of Henry Kalhoff. Kalhoff involved in that first wreck. See that front end a little bent. Takes that spot away for 10th. Look further back, see if there's anything cool. Here's Steven Jr. That Van Halen scheme. Got Matthew Fleming with that bent-in nose running 15th. A little salty, I would imagine, but saving that fast repair. There's some drivers that obviously couldn't. One being Connor Rowe, and I do believe he's done. Nick Tirana having, or I would say, on the struggle bus here tonight. Smokey says, hell of a guy. Looking further up the road, here we go. A lot of racing, a lot of action everywhere you look. Looks like Tristan is getting past there. Tristan Acevedo. Right now, Min Hang is on a Tuesday night cruise. He has a 6-second lead over the 13 of Nathan Fuller. Then in third is William Robinson, the 28 car. Jonathan Militia and Jeremy Eshelman, your top 5, riding on board with the 3 machine. Looks like Tirana just trying to get out of the way. Keep flipping cameras on. Here we go. Got Ryan Robertson there in the picture. Nathaniel Fryman ahead of him, and behind him, Jason Chrisman in that $18 General. And as we cross here to start finish line, we are going to do our tribute to Biff. Lap 16. Appreciate everyone taking part in that moment of silence for them, for Greg Biffle and his family. Again, if you're part of the race community, I don't need to explain it. But I hope and pray for peace for them. In mid-hang, out in the front there, with Nathan Fuller, William Robbins, Jonathan Militia, Jeremy Eshelman, top five. Then you have Fortson Post and Thomas Meeks behind the trees in the RVs. Andrew Sanford, Henry Kalhoff, and Ryan Robertson. Rounding out your top 10, I couldn't have picked a worse time. But here we are. Min has made this look so easy tonight. It is his race to lose. He's got 6 seconds on Nathan Fuller. And Fuller had a rough week last week. Nice to see him rebound. And a big shout out to William Robbins having a solid evening. Started in 6th, up to 3rd. And holding it down quite well. And we see Nathan Fuller going in first, breaking the ice, so to speak. Who will follow? And the answer is no one right now. Mid-hang marches up the hill towards the bus stop and then to the carousel. Got Jonathan Militia now taking over second, getting to the bus stop now. Jeremy Eschman yet again. Having a solid run. Going to third, and looks like Min Hang has pit. Steven Jr. looks like he's pit. Dustin Wells, Jason Chrisman, and Josh Cole have all pit. Forza Poston now pitting. And everybody is starting to do it here. Lap 20, it was it. It is here. Jonathan Militia going for Uno Mas, I believe. And Militia, always a strong contender, almost at any track. Just how he finishes races sometimes gets in the way. But he can do it. He's already got a win this year. And he wants to do it again. And doing it in the playoffs would be amazing. Yep, Uno Mas, there he goes. Now, there's some people who went 19 laps instead of the full 20. I believe Militia went the full 20. That 3 car is one stopping in trust. Yeah, he's still out there. One of the few out there. 25 laps to go. It can be done. But Min Hang is closing in quickly to take that lead back. And going into less than 10 seconds. Let's see if Jeremy goes in this time. He does not. He's right on board. See if he shuts her down. Not shutting it down, so it's crazy to think he's got that much gas in it than everybody else. People have done crazier things, I guess. But to one stop, it would be pretty impressive if that was it. Ryan Robertson has crashed. We're going to find out what happened here. Oh, it just gets a little sideways. Oh, and he hits that wall hard. So hard. Damn, his car looks rough. But he can now get it back to pit lane, maybe get it fixed, and move on. But Jeremy Eschman with 23 laps to go is still out there. But Min Hang is right there. That's funny. My source told me the 3 started to save since the green flag. How can you save like that but still be up there and competitive unless everybody else was trying to follow suit? But Eshelman is being pursued pretty heavily right now. Oh, and somebody just went off course And who is this now? Looks like Robertson has crashed again. Holy shit! Wow. That is a bummer. And I see there's another accident. Cody Keller has crashed. And I think that's what I was referring to the first time. Oh my gosh. Let's look at it. In the sand. Keeping out of it. Not so bad. Oh, never mind. I lied. Oh. That is too bad. And I think Ryan Robertson's night is done behind the wheel. That is boring. Not boring. That is disappointing. That was the word I was going for, not boring. Pretty entertaining, actually. That is unfortunate. Right now, Min Hang back out in the lead and has an 11-second gap on Nate Fuller, who is in second currently. And hopefully you are enjoying this broadcast. It has been a fun one. Next week, as always on Tuesday, the old Rocky Top 160 at Nashville Super Speedway, sponsored by Ryan Robertson, head man over here at the Independent Sim Racing League. Same time, same channel, whether you watch TikTok, Twitch, or YouTube, we will be here as we only have 3 more races left after this one to end the inaugural season of the ISRL. Again, tune in and find out as we inch closer on who will be the first ever champion here at the ISRL. Again, next week, the old Rocky Top 160 in Nashville, right here on the Horse Boat Network. 21 laps to go. You have Min Hang right here, 12 seconds, 12 and a half now back. You have Nathan Fuller behind him. You have Jonathan Militia about 17 seconds back. Further back, you have Justin Wells rebounding back into fifth. You have Forson Poston right here. Thomas Meeks is in 6th. Henry Kalhoff in 7th. Jason Chrisman in 8th. Andrew Sanford in 9th. And Nathaniel Fryman in 10th. Let the camera take us around, see what is the most exciting. That is not the most exciting. That is some shit. Again, some of these guys did not go as long. Again, Jeremy Ushman pit at lap 24. The second longest was Tristan Acevedo, William Robbins at 21 with Nathaniel Fryman. Jonathan Militia and Matthew Fleming both pit at exactly lap 20. And Min Hang pit at lap 19. He's definitely going to be short unless he starts conserving right now. But outside of that, it has been a good night for the 11 team. Trying to contend for the championship, has done a hell of a job all year long. Trusting in himself to get it done here tonight is the plan, but will he have enough? We will find out. Looks like the 43 of Josh Cole is in trouble now. Minhang is in hot pursuit. You got Matthew Fleming right there as well. Just trying to stay out of the way of the 11. Oh, looks like Cole gets out of the way for a split second and comes back in around the turn. Yeah, he's gonna pit right now. Matthew Fleming holding Minhang at bay for the moment. Trying to stay on the lead lap. And then finally gives way, which is unfortunate for him, but he is all over. And there is Fuller again, 13 seconds back. Second, nothing to shy away from under these conditions. He's had a solid evening at Watkins Glen. The Minhang crosses the finish line. We have 16 laps to go here for the Little Creek 110, sponsored by Rob Rossello, again, aka Little Creek 860 on Twitch. Give him a shout out, give him some love, give him a follow. Doing well with his family, new family here.
Bruh.
I'm told he's doing bueno, doing good. Get Minhang out in front, Nathan Fuller, Jonathan Militia, Fortson Poston, Dustin Wells. Your top five, and Tristan Acevedo has crashed. Let's see what happened here. Oh, and he just said, I'm just going to go through the cones. Gotcha. Looks like Chrisman has went off the track. Oh, buddy. Boom, hitting the wall there. Looks like he's going to be all right, able to get her back going again. In road course races, they are quite fun to take part in, but some people can find it boring. You see a lot of sand on the track there. A lot of people have visited the gravel sand trap. It's like me when I'm golfing. Visit that a lot. Minhang just dominating right now. Another guy having a solid run here, started 8th, now up to 3rd, Jonathan Militia. But again, as the laps close, when will they pit? Chrisman, Thomas Meeks, Jeremy Eshelman, Matthew Fleming, Josh Cole, all at pit twice. But again, last lap for Jeremy Eschman was lap 24. Couple drivers, this one that pit on lap 26, 28, and 30. But I think if they, if Minhang conserves now, he probably could make it, realistically. But who am I? I'm in the booth. Right on board with the 37 of Andrew Sanford. Yeah, makes the pass pretty smooth there for fifth. I didn't think he was going to hold it down there for a second, but he was able to. Here's Fortson Poston trying to get around Josh Cole, who's a lap down. Ooh, getting a little loose is the 26. And doesn't have to push it too hard. He has 17 seconds on Andrew Sanford, and Jonathan Militia is about 8.5 ahead of him. And it looks like we have more action. Let's see here. Oh, poor Ryan. Oh, buddy. Not bad that time. Jason Christman has crashed as well. Let's see what he did. Oh, he did the same thing. Boom. Says Nick Toronto went off track. Let's find out what happened here. Oh, buddy. Yeah, not a good night for some of these fellas. Watkins Glen will punish you, though. That's what she does. 11 laps to go before the end of this one. Nathan Fuller again having a solid run, but he's got a man who is 15 seconds ahead of him in mid-hang. But he's got a 21-second gap behind him to Jonathan Militia. So having a hell of a night. But again, it sounds like they're going to have to pit one more time. Again, Fortson Poston still playing around with Josh Cole. Again, good, solid 4th place for him. He's had a great run. Sanford and Kalhoff still kind of battling, kind of not. Sanford started the pulling away now. Started pulling away. Jeez Louise. I want to start paying attention here to the guy in front as these laps continue to wind down. Decisions are going to have to be made. Working against Nathaniel Fryman for 7th now. Trying to put him a lap down again. He's had just an incredible run here tonight. Min Hang has. Got left here. Trying to work his way around Fryman. Fryman making it as difficult as possible, and this is going to get tricky up in the S's here. Ooh, a little tappy tap. So hard to stop the 11 if he's rolling. Nathan Fuller is in. Jonathan Militia moves up into 2nd. Get Militia about 40 seconds back from Min Hang. So Min Hang has a lot of cushion for the pushing. And he's going to do it. Now is the time. And he only needs a few laps worth. So as long as he's done the math, he can make it happen. This could be a very quick stop. Here's Jonathan Militia. Another guy that's probably going to have to pit here pretty quick. Min Hang now off and away from pit road. And it looks like we have a couple of different incidents that have happened. Let's take a look. Tristan Acevedo. Oh, Lord. And then we have Henry Kalhoff, who has crashed. Oh, buddy. All right. Seven laps to go, folks. I think we know. Little Creek 860 checking in on the boys. How's it going, brother? Doing well. Min Hang has dominated this race. Jeremy Escherman, I thought he had something for him, but I don't think it's going to happen. But it is Min Hang's race to lose. Again, 6 laps to go. Got Min Hang, Nathan Fuller pictured here. Jonathan Militia there. Nathaniel Fryman and Fortune Post in your top 5 with Henry Kalhoff, Dustin Wells, Andrew Sanford, Thomas Meeks the third, and Matthew Fleming rounding out our top 10. And Minhang with a 16, almost 17-second lead. Again, all he needed was a couple laps worth of gas to make this happen. And I do believe he's on the verge here.
I'm gonna come.
Out in front and utter dominance. Again, Thomas Meeks running in 9th, having a solid run after starting 12th in that Wheels America 55. Little Creek subscribed for 12 months at Tier 1. They've been subscribed for 10 months. Yeah, we got to get you back on the track soon. Hope all is well on the home front, my guy. It's been a while since we've chatted. Gonna have to pick up the headset one of these times here soon. Appreciate that though. 5 laps to go. Little Creek 110 almost in the books. It has been a fun race to call. Again, with these road course races, sometimes they get strung out a little bit dry. But we've had some incidents which are worth noting. That's crazy. A month old already. That's wild. My littlest is going to be 4 this year, and it's like, man, baby years are gone. Enjoy them while you got them. Fryman holding it down in 4th right now. One of those guys that I do believe will still have to come in here shortly. Oh, Jason Christman has crashed yet again, and there he is. Let's see what happened here. And he is donezo. Coming around with 3 laps to go, Minhang. Keeping it real, dude. Keeping it real. And Minhang with 1 win on the year, 5 top 5s. And currently in 3rd place in points, so he can hold this down and catch a win. This will definitely leapfrog, I would believe, Thomas Meeks. I don't know how the points will work out. I can't do the math fast enough. But we will find out together next week at Nashville. But for Minhang, Nathan Fuller, Jonathan Militia, 3 top guys here in the top 3 having a great night. I don't think this guy's going to complain one bit. He's had an excellent run of racing here in the ISRL. Continuing to show up and put in a performance. Very proud of my guy Militia there, Nathan Fuller, both avid Horse Boat and Friends golfers, kicking off the tour next week for a 10-week jaunt. 2 rounds each week, and may the best person win. Josh Cole, our champion, running it back, trying to defend his title in tour number 2. It's going to get hot and heavy here as we get closer to tee off. Not going to be me. Yeah, definitely not going to be me, Smoke, so don't worry about that. I'm right there with you. I like to do it for fun. Golfing is a good time. 2 laps to go. Again, top 10. We'll break it down for you one more time. You got Minhang, Nathan Fuller, Jonathan Militia in 3rd, Nathaniel Fryman, Fortson Poston, Henry Kalhoff, Dustin Wells, Andrew Sanford, Matthew Fleming, and Thomas Meeks III. Coming around to catch the white flag. He's going to take it. Min Hang for Little Creek 110. He's going to show you what it's like. Give you a tutorial on how to win a race. He's had a wonderful night as he's coming up the hill through the S's. Coming out through the back stretch. Again, it has been Min Hang all night long. He has done an excellent job keeping his car under control. Basically pitting at the right time. Again, he's got an 18-second lead. He could do donuts right now and still win the race. But with utter dominance, your winner here tonight, win number 2 on the year, Min Hang.
Mommy milkers.
Gonna burn it down. And we'll get these guys in here for the ISRL post-race show. We got Min Hang, Nathan Fuller, Jonathan Militia, Fortson Poston, Henry Kalhoff, Dustin Wells, Andrew Sanford, Nathaniel Fryman, Matthew Fleming, Josh Cole, your top 10, and then honorable mention, Stephen Jr., finishing 11. All right. As we are going to get this underway. All right, Jonathan Militia, as we're watching Min Hang burn it down, you yourself had an excellent night here tonight. Started 8th, finishing 3rd. Give us a brief summary on how your night went.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just pumped to be on the podium. I didn't expect to be better than anything than a top 10, but as the run went on, it seemed like I just had a pretty decently strong car. I had nothing for Fuller and men, but like they just are a whole second quicker than the rest of the field. So it's just kind of what it is, but good racing tonight. We had a good battle for the first stint there. But
yeah.
I'm just pumped for 3rd.
You had a great night again. You've had, from mid-season on, you've had some great races. You've been elevating your game. How have you done it? Like, is it you've just done a little bit of refocusing? Like, what's your strat?
I don't even know, man. Like, we started racing those 87s for fun, got a win there, and then that's kind of when it started. I don't know, man. Like, I just started gelling for some reason, figured out the car, I guess.
Hey,
I'm not sure. I haven't been doing anything different. It's not like I practice more. It's just like I just been having that luck on my side.
Well, I hope Lady Luck keeps on rolling for you. Congratulations. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just my family, the Road Soda team. Everyone in this league. I enjoy it. It's good racing. So I appreciate it, though, Tom. Thank you for having me in the booth.
No, you are welcome. Again, Jonathan Militia finishing third here tonight, having a badass evening. Again, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
You are welcome. And another one, Nathan Fuller having a fantastic evening. May not have been as fast as Min Hang, but definitely was still just as good to watch. Fuller, great evening tonight. Give us a brief summary on how that all went down for you.
I mean, it was just once I got through that top 5 debacle because I touched the wall in qualifying, it was just go. You know, it was be as fast while being as safe as possible. I held the 0x all the way until a lapped car decided to go 50 in the bus stop and I had to cut the grass, but the 1x pain. But other than that, it was a good race. I mean, Min was a freaking bullet, man. This dude was flying the whole race. The only time I was running as fast as him was once the tires wore down. When those things were fresh, he was gone.
Yeah, he really put on a show here tonight. Utter dominance. And there's a chat. There was people in chat talking about Jeremy Usherman may be able to do it in one stop for this race, but it just never came to be. But congratulations on a second-place finish. Started 5th, ended up with the deuce. Anybody we want to shout out to?
I mean, of course, everyone watching, you hosting, family out there, friends, and then, of course, to everybody racing in the league. We appreciate it and can't wait for the next one.
Well, again, congratulations. I know you were itching to win it again. I've seen past races with you involved in Watkins Glen. It wasn't a good combination. I am so happy to see you get a good finish here.
Oh, same as well. Happy to get a good one this time.
Yeah, definitely. Again, Horseboat Friends golfer right here starting up on the 19th. This guy, the guy to watch out for, trying to catch that crown. Again, congratulations, Fuller.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Min Hang, we meet again. Win number 2, Watkins Glen, utter dominance. How are you feeling? Describe your evening.
Come on, man. It's just a nice day in the backyard. Just enjoying some sun, basically. I didn't want to think that it's given to me, right? Because even Fuller, like on the long run, like he could like hang in there a little bit, So just consistency, using my strengths to the best of my ability, and I got the win, and pole and everything. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, you had a wonderful evening. Again, win number 2 on the season. I know that feels good and right at the perfect time with Meeks falling back. I believe he finished 12th. That's definitely going to give you some pull to put you in the second spot in the point standing. Anybody would give a shout out to?
Yeah, just gotta thank all the RGR boys again. I know some of them couldn't be here today, but we do good as a team. I'm sure we're gonna be back for Daytona here in a few, if it's not next week. And we're gonna use the same teamwork as always, and we're gonna get back in this fight. I think we're about the race for the championship is about even now. So we'll see what happens. Fastest guy wins.
Min Hang hunting for blood. He's out to get it. Congratulations, man. See you next week in Nashville.
Thank you. See you next week.
And again, that's going to do it here from Watkins Glen. It was a beautiful evening. Nevertheless, we have to leave. Again, I have a soft spot for this track. I love Watkins Glen. It's so fast. But it really, really brings the cream of the crop out of you real quick, or out of a field real quick. Again, I will remind everyone next week we will be at Nashville Super Speedway for the good old Rocky Top 160, sponsored by Ryan Robertson. And again, as always, thank you for watching. Follow the ISRL on X. You can watch past YouTube races on the ISRL_racing on their YouTube, or as always on mine. But again, ISRL, gotta love them. They do a great job here. And we will see you next week. Again, this is Little Creek 110 at Watkins Glen, sponsored by Rob Rossello, Little Creek 860 on Twitch, and the ISRL Playoffs powered by TH Designs. Again, have a wonderful week, and we will see you here next week in Nashville.